Hello, beautiful people. Thanks for tuning in to your reading. Today's pick a card reading is taking a look at an important past life you two had together. So you and your love interest, what was a past life you shared? Who were you? What actions did you take towards each other? What were some of the lessons you had to learn in that life? And how did that life turn out for you both? Quick announcement, I am again offering my one question reading for $10. And with that, you'll get a 6 to 10 minute video recorded reading sent by unlisted link to your personal email. So see the description box below my video for more details. And thank you to those of you who ordered personal readings from me, taking advantage of the half off sale that has now ended. But I appreciate you, and I appreciate all of you for tuning in, your likes and your subscribes, the comments that you leave down below the video. I appreciate that. And if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I do general pick a card tarot readings, focusing mostly on love. So that being said, here are your groups to choose from. So going a little bit out of order, we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. So usually go the other way. So group 1, that is an amethyst chakra stone. That's for group 1. Group 2, a bit of tourmaline, and for group 3, we've got red jasper. So remember, this is a general reading. It won't resonate for everybody. Pause the video if you need more time. Use your intuition to pick. The timestamps, as always, are going to be on the description box down below. Also, there will be extended readings for each of these videos. I hope you'll go over there and check out the extendeds. And without further ado, we're going to get started with group 1. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Welcome, group 1. Thanks for tuning into your reading. So this is an important past life that you shared with your love. I went ahead and pre-shuffled all different decks here and have those spread out just in the essence of saving time for myself and hopefully making this video a little bit shorter, but it'll still be long enough to cover everything. And I'm going to use the last Unicorn Tarot deck to pull some tarot cards to see what all of these oracle cards mean, okay? So go ahead and focus on your person, picture them in your mind, angel spirits and guides. For those who have tuned in for group 1, please share with us an important past life that they shared with their love. Their love interest, the person they came to the reading for. Share with us an important past life that they shared with that person, please. Let's shuffle one more time. Stiff cards, not easy to shuffle. So we're going to look at your guys' combined energy in this past life, what actions that you took in the past life, obstacles and challenges that you guys faced, and the outcome, okay, of what happened in that past life. Which will be like the big message. I do have archetype cards that I will go over with you that each represent, your energy in that life and their energy in that life. We've got the Page of Coins and the Justice card, Earth sign energy and Libra energy. I do have a couple of signs here that came out as well. So what I'm getting here is this focus on justice, this focus on beauty. With the Justice card being Libra, it's ruled by Venus. I'm seeing that goes along nicely with this Artist card. This side represents your person. So in a past life, I feel that your love interest was an artist of some kind. They could have been a musician, but they could have been a visual artist or some other type of artist as well. They were really focused on revealing the truth and revealing beauty and the truth of beauty that existed in the world that you lived in. Whereas I'm getting more of your energy was this Page of Coins energy, which is somebody who was, I'm hearing discerning, practical, earthy, and you saw value when, you knew value when you saw it. This is also the card of the Student, and we did get Student representing you, so it does show like a humility and a devotion to knowledge and an openness to lifelong learning that you had in that life. And I think that you viewed this person very much as somebody of high value. And she is kind of side-eyeing in his direction, and he is kind of looking away. So I do feel like there was a rift in this connection. To what extent it defined the connection is yet to be seen, but we did get, from my past life deck, the karmic relationship. So this tells me that you guys had a substantial amount of karma to work out in this past life. It also tells me this wasn't your first past life together, okay? So it's kind of this energy of, I'm getting Capricorn, Libra. But I also got for you, viewer, November for the month that you were born in. So you could have been a Scorpio or Sagittarius as well, or maybe Sagittarius, Capricorn cusp, or you could have had a Capricorn moon. But you were the one kind of concerned with holding down the fort, the practical matters and the details of life, while this person was pursuing their dreams of being an artist, okay? I feel in that way that this person really viewed you as an angel, as the angel card come out as well. And I did get some quotes that I found from various sources, so if anybody wants to know the sources, email me. And one of the quotes that came up for this group through the randomizer, it does seem to apply to the cards that I'm seeing that have come out. And that was that your person, the past life version of your person would say, and the quote goes, "It's a nice garden. Some people like the music I make, others don't. They say I'm too romantic and rebellious, but she likes my music. She tells me to be brave." So yeah, this does go along with what I'm seeing here, that this person was an artist, and you know, the card talks about expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. And so you were definitely someone who, you know, really believed in this person and encouraged this person to do their art, and were very supportive of them, okay? Because I see that, you know, your person did have some real pioneering energies about them. And there was quite a bit of competition, as these are the main guides that they were working with in that life, the warrior guides. So in their field, there was quite a bit of competition, and you were supportive, and you were there for them to tell them that they could do it, you know. And a lot of this has to do with, you know, we've got the angel card. We got it from two different decks. So this is explaining you, or this is your energy, viewer. You came up as an angel in the past life. So what that's telling me is, this says, you know, helping those in need with no expectation of return. So I really feel that it started this way, in this connection with your person in this past life. That you were very patient with them. You could have met them at a young age. That that you were supportive of this person. You could have contributed to them financially, but I definitely see you putting in the work, like on the home and with regard to like earning money and things like that, to try to help support this person as they pursued their dreams of being an artist. So in that way, you were very angelic. I think you thought about this person a lot. This card is a message from, you know, your past life self. This is something that your past life self would have said to your love. I think it's high time to tell you that I think of you constantly. Marlena Dietrich, which interestingly is a Capricorn. She did have a cool style to her. She was ahead of her time, but there was a coolness to her character. And I feel that that came into play and became an issue at some point here, that you became cool towards this person, who could have been born in July here, with the July card coming out for them. So that would be a Cancer or a Leo. But like I said, we've got the angel card here. So you could have been an incarnated angel in your past life, viewer. There are theories and belief system which entertain that notion that people are earth angels. That's a whole, there are books and things written about it to look into if you're interested, but you could have been, with angel coming out twice, an incarnated earth angel, meant to help support this person as they pursued, you know, their justice, bringing justice to the world in form of expressing a dimension of life that's beyond the five senses to inspire others. And share, you know, so that he could share his passion and his creativity and do something that hadn't been done before. So, and I did get Archangel Michael with this. Archangel Michael came up twice as being one of your guides in that life. And Archangel Michael, interestingly, is a warrior guide, is a protector. So you both had similar guides in that life. So if you were ever in a conflict with this person, you were well matched. And we saw there was karma that the two of you need to work through, and we'll get to that. But you were definitely on a higher soul mission, you know, in this life, you know, with this person. And I get that, you know, you were both quite driven. I think you were probably more driven than this person. This person was driven by the inspiration they felt for their art, whereas you were driven to support this person and to get ahead in life. We got the kicking it card talking about talented, driven, kicking bad habits, being in control, being a team player, accomplishing a goal. So you really sort of viewed this person and their path and your path with them as something that was very goal-oriented, that you had a good amount of ambition towards. I do see that at points in your connection in this past life that you were very, very happy together and enjoyed going out, meeting new people, celebrating. Could have been at art openings that you were like the hostess at these art openings, or that, you know, you really participated in the social aspects of the sort of world. And you were quite the observer, I'm getting. The observer card here. And I feel like it was kind of a new world for you. You were probably coming from a more conservative family, I'm getting. I think that maybe you were a bit more poor than this person was starting out. And so you did know what it was like to not have enough financially. But through this person, being a team player with them, living this life with them, supporting them and interacting with their patrons in the art community or the music community, whichever it is, because the quote that we got talked about, she likes my music, she tells me to be brave, you know, so this was something that I feel like you were really supported, the two of you. And again, it was a different sort of lifestyle. It was one that was teaching you a lot. It was different. If you came from a poor background, then being around moneyed individuals was something that you were really keen on learning more about. I think sometimes you were more concerned about pentacles, to be honest, or the goal or ambitions related to this person in this path, and that you sometimes missed the forest for the trees and maybe didn't value the little things about your connection at the time. And so this is part of the karma I feel that you were meant to work out with this person in this past life. Because there is a sense almost of unrequited love, because the other quote that I got that came up for this group was, "It's regrettable that my husband was destined to experience this pain and disillusionment, and I was meant to experience living with someone I did not love." So I feel that you did, if you did love this person early on in the connection, it became about something else for you. I think it became almost kind of like about learning how to climb the social ladder. And with the student card, it says, you know, that one of your lesser qualities here was a shadow attribute of, you know, the pursuit of destructive knowledge, or an unwillingness to use what you've learned and put it into action. Some sort of arrogance here. I think you were really beguiling and angelic. And just because you were an angel doesn't mean that you were perfect, okay? This was just the path that you chose to take to learn specific lessons. And yours was about, you know, not misleading others with your angelic presence. And I think that there's a part of your heart that really is very helpful and was to this person, you know, helping them with no expectation of anything in return. But I think at some point, you know, you sort of use this sort of effect that you were able to develop to, you know, perhaps mislead this person. And I think maybe you did it with kindness in mind, but I think that you did it nonetheless, is what I'm seeing from the cards here. So I see, you know, what could have caused this to happen. We've got separation. Time apart is on the horizon. So I think this person probably traveled quite a bit for the work that they did. I think a lot of times I just get the sense that you did travel with this person. But I think this sort of nomadic kind of lifestyle and this artsy kind of lifestyle, and you're learning how to sort of play the game of integrating yourself with this kind of class of people. In order, I think, you know, to keep a roof over your head, you were the practical one that needed to make practical decisions, whereas this person was the artist, and you were the strength behind the man, right? You were that strong woman behind the man. I'm getting mostly that your gender roles were that way, that the viewer for most of you was the feminine and this person was the masculine, and you were that strong person in the background, you know, sort of holding down the fort. So I just think that some resentments could have built up, you know, over time. Some unresolved issues started to come up. And again, this was what you were karmically meant to experience. So I feel you observing a lot and making sense of the situation and observing others and observing yourself in the landscape of this world that you found yourself in. And I think cynicism, you know, got to you sometimes and affected your ability to be really that angel figure that you had started off in the connection to be. So I think that the distance, that at some point that this person did need distance from this connection for work, or you needed distance from this connection, and that was beneficial for you to observe from a distance, you know, what you really wanted here. And to see if your goals were going to be in alignment with this person going forward, you know, as you aged. I'm hearing you wanted to know that you guys are still on the same page, and that your goals weren't only going to just be about this person and their goals, but that you had goals of your own, your aspirations of your own, that your spirit was dictating to you. But you were very personally attached to this person, and just things did not turn out the way that you had planned. You did not plan to. I feel like you could have fallen out of love with this person, because as you know, the quote said, you know, it's regrettable that it was destined that he has to experience this pain and disillusionment, and that I had to experience living with someone I didn't love. I think you probably fell out of love with this person. I think you probably still did love this person, but romantically speaking, you know, that flame began to die down just because of the dynamics. It was more of like a business partnership, and you started to see that, you know, you were a potent person deserving of attention and success, you know, as well. So I think you tried to remain neutral and be supportive and the good little wife and all of that for as long as you could, or the good little partner, whichever it is. And then at some point, you guys needed to have a heart-to-heart conversation where some of the things I've mentioned were discussed, or was brought to the table, you know, how you each were feeling. And this is talking about like a difficult conversation, in order just to get everything out on the table, air it out so that you can come up with resolutions, which I feel like was important to both of you. And something that your spouse in that life, I keep saying spouse, so it must have been a spouse, your person, your love interest in that past life, what they would have said to your past life self. I'll be the rainbow after the tears are gone, wrap you in my colors and keep you warm. That's how strong my love is, darling. So you can even see, you know, the difference in the sentiments, because you're telling him that I think it's high time to tell you that I think of you constantly. When you think about this person, right? You think about them. Whereas this person is saying how strong their love is. And if they're quite, you know, more effusive and more expressive, and that message is just a little bit more romantic than your past life self's message to this person was. So before I make this a million years long, okay, because I said that I wouldn't, let's get what actions did you guys take in that past life? So what happened? What are the actions that were taken here? You've got Six of Cups. Six of Cups in reverse. So I feel like you guys continue to work together, long after it was expressed that the feelings were no longer mutual or no longer the same depth, that this person felt more strongly towards you than you did towards them. And there's a sense of there being unrealistic expectations that the two of you shared, but I do feel that you continue to work on things, trying to repair things in this connection. There was a lack of focus on somebody's part. I feel that you at some point just wanted to run away from this situation, that you began welcoming the separations that occurred naturally because of work and enjoying those times apart, to where you eventually wanted to make changes. And I think that you communicated this to this person. You could have sent word to them while they were away that, despite the repair work that you guys were doing on this connection, perhaps to end a separation and reconcile. Well, with the Six of Cups in reverse, that shows me, that there was not a reconciliation. And someone here was naive and unrealistic in their expectations. I feel that you were a bit naive and unrealistic in your expectations. I'm getting that your person was as well. Your naivety around this connection had to do with almost viewing this person as sort of a rival. It became like, yeah, they're good at what they do, but I'm good at things too. And, I want to pursue my own aspirations, my own goals. So you perceive this person sort of as a rival. So this is where their guides come in, sort of playing tug of war. You are playing tug of war with them, and the guides are overseeing this to try to guide your person through it and to help them be strong. And I think this made your person want to continue to work on this connection. But they did find it, they did find it very stressful and exhausting, and that there was a lot of burdens to overcome at that point. So obstacles and challenges. Kind of see the obstacles and challenges. So what came of these obstacles and challenges? We've got the World in reverse. Unfinished business that you are probably working through in this life. Because the World in the upright's about completion. This is not over. This is unfinished business. Lessons unlearned. Delays in moving on from one another and problems here. I think, what you were meant to learn is to, you were not misguided in wanting to pursue your own aspirations and I'm hearing recognition, get your own recognition for the work that you put in, right? You didn't always want to live in the shadow of this person, especially when your feelings began to wane. Instead, you found yourself in sort of hopelessness and inertia, stagnation, feeling stuck in the situation, when what you were trying to become was that queen. Instead of a Page of Pentacles, you were trying to become a Queen of Pentacles, a resourceful person in her own right, So those could be themes that you're mirroring in this life. Just take it how it resonates. But so what was the outcome of this past life between group one and their person? Knight of Coins, moving on. You moved on from this connection. I think this person realized that they were not making you happy anymore, and they felt their hope destroyed. They felt disillusioned in the situation. They felt like they were keeping you from your potential in that life. I think it took a while, and you were together for a long time, but eventually this person moved on as well. And so I think this was quite difficult, but they learned from you, to pick up some of the traits that you had about being patient and being reasonable, practical, a little bit more grounded, becoming more reliable and more of a hard worker, because they no longer had you there to do some of the background, behind the scenes work that was necessary in order to keep this person, you know, available to entertain their patrons and to spend all their time making their music or they're creating their art. So they had to work harder because you were no longer there to pick up that slack. Okay. Okay. I think that probably unrequited love is an issue in your connection at present. It could be that you are experiencing unrequited love with this person, feeling like you care more than they do. If so, that's for karmic reasons. It's kind of like payback, you know, for lack of putting it in another way, or for lack of a better way of saying it. Or I honestly get that there's still a theme of some sort of unrequited love or feeling unloved by your person. They are feeling underlying subconsciously, this person in this life is still feeling a bit let down by what's transpired in the past between the two of you. There's a sense of, you know, disappointment in the potential of this connection, how it's going to turn out. And I think it carries over from this person feeling, you know, disappointed in you, you know, not continuing to be their assistant slash partner in that life. And it's not like this person was completely innocent. You know, this person could have elicited, you know, your help because they gave you a sob story, or, you know what I mean. They just took you for granted, and maybe they were a starving artist when you met them, but you helped to make them more than that through your efforts. And this person viewed you, and you were like an earth angel to this person. You guys did create something beautiful. You helped this person contribute art to the world, which is beautiful, elevates the vibrations, very angelic thing to do. But also at some point, you know, you started to see that, I don't know if you became literate at that point or you started to read more. There's something to do because that student energy. But you started to use what God had given you to be more self-centered and focus on your own ambitions. And so you did what you had to do. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. So we're going to look at, over in the extended, you know, how this is playing out in this life. And so if you feel like it, follow me over there. The link for that will be in the description box down below. I'm going to pull some more tarot cards. And whatever other cards, I haven't decided yet. All the cards that I'm going to pull over there, maybe some tea leaf and some trait cards. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll pull some trait cards to see if we can get like physical descriptions of what you guys look like in this past life. But it seems like you were either like a Capricorn moon, maybe a Sagittarius or a Scorpio, and this person was either a Leo or a Cancer in this past life. And so, yeah, follow me over there if you feel like it, guys. Otherwise, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know down below. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you next time.